Howdly doodly, and welcome to I Read Books and Stuff. I'm your host, Jonah, and this is a new channel that I'm starting. I have a personal channel where you can learn a whole bunch of stuff about me, and link is in the description. And I also have a introduction video filmed, and I'm editing it, but it's taking a while because I wanted to make it look very special. But this is a book channel video, so I decided to start out with a book review. And the book review that I'm going to do today is Vampire Academy by Rochelle Mee, and I read this book a few days ago. I forgot about this channel kind of, so I did make a review, and then I did make a review, and I never edited it because I thought that it wasn't that great. So each review I'm going to start it with a 5-word opinion that will basically just wrap up everything that I thought about it. And then I'll get into the spoilery review. So if you have not read this book, I suggest that you listen to the 5 words and then click away because there's a lot that I need to talk about in depth. Okay, so my 5 words are almost perfect. Talk more later. That's not exactly a sentence, but it's an opinion, and basically what I meant was I really liked it. I actually need the sequel, like need because I really loved it. But this book definitely wasn't for everybody, and it's kind of complicated. But if you're thinking about picking it up and you think that you would like it, then pick it up. If you think that you wouldn't like it, then I suggest that you talk to more people because this book has a lot of stuff in it. It's very jam-packed. Besides its title, Vampire Academy, kind of lame. What do you think, Rochelle Mee? But yes, and you talk more about it. We can talk to like more people. I'm trying to be more in depth, but yeah, I overall really liked it, and I am not a Twilight fan. There's a bug in my room. And so if you're wondering about that, no, this isn't similar to Twilight at all. This is a lot more actiony than Twilight. And yeah, so let's go into the spoilers. So let's talk about the ending first, because that's the part that most surprised me. I mean, I had a feeling that Victor was up to no good, but I didn't know that Natalie would go so far as to ghost Strigoi just to just to be just I don't know, it didn't make any sense to me because I really liked Natalie and I liked how innocent she was, and she wasn't innocent and then she turned into a Strigoi and then she died. A little unsatisfied with that. I mean, it took me by surprise and it was foreshadowed really well, like with the bench and stuff. Which is kind of weird because they never said that Natalie was an Earth user, and if they said that she was an Earth user, then I think that it would be a lot more foreshadowed for the conclusion. But about the bench scene, another thing that I wondered about the bench scene, she said that, quote unquote, that she felt the worst pain in her entire life. This chick has battled Psi-hounds, psychotic vampires, and all these things, and she thinks that a bench is the worst pain that she's ever experienced in her life. I mean, I don't really have a huge issue with that, but it just kind of confused me, and especially because like the very next scene, she's like, "Oh, it must have healed." Like, obviously, Lissa healed it. I don't understand, but that it wasn't like it was so bad that it ruined it for me. Like I said, I overall really like the book. Let's address the elephant in the room, which is Dimitri. I don't understand. He obviously has feelings for Lissa, and Lissa has to find out on her own, and I don't get why Dimitri didn't just tell her that, that he knew that it was going to affect Alyssa, and not because of their age, because I think that Rose would have understood a lot more, and I don't understand why he would have hid it from her, because like the very next chapter, and these chapters are really short, like super short. The very next scene, he tells her the truth. Like, why waste your time and just tell her that, I don't know. So that's all I really didn't like about the book. But there was some stuff that I personally loved, but I thought that a lot of other people wouldn't like. I don't know a lot of them, but I know in my heart, like as I was reading, I didn't take notes, but as I was reading, I knew that some people would hate it. Like how how Rose was so interested in Dimitri. Like I understand how some people are like interested in their teachers, but she was like in love with this teacher, and they only knew each other for like 2 months, which is weird. But it is a book about vampires, and if I can believe vampires, then I'll believe that you are in love with your teacher. But let's talk about things that I did like about it, because I don't do negative reviews. I really loved the story. Like, the story was very well put together, especially for a book called Vampire Academy. It had a very well structured plot, and it was very well played out, and I did like that about it. I like how I'm making it sound like that I'm not liking the book, but honestly, guys, it's probably one of my favorites now. I just wanted to make that clear so you didn't think that I didn't like it, because I'm in love with this book. And I'm in love with this series already, and I haven't even read the second book, but I will. I will. I'll read it. Oh, I'll read it. Character build. The character development and build was very well. Personally, I think I liked Natalie before she went all psychotic, and but overall, I really liked Lissa. I liked how she was really innocent, but she had this like darker side to her that like changed her entire mojo, I guess you would call it. Um, so yeah, that was I liked that. I liked how she had like one side that was good and one side that even surprised Rose, which surprised me. I have mixed feelings about Rose because she was a really fun character, but I don't like how she was like relying on her I don't like how she was relying on guys to do stuff for her. Like I'm not the kind to call people sluts or anything. I just don't think that's right. But I just didn't like it. I didn't like how she was only relying on that. Like, I know sex isn't bad, but you can't rely on it. That's like, it's just like you can't rely on anything else. Like, you can't rely on lifting weights to carry you through life. You have to do more than just that. But I hope that she'll learn her lesson throughout the series. I've heard that she does, and she kind of learned her lesson by the end of it, but not really. And also, she needs to learn her lesson more. I know that Rose was punished a lot in this book, but not for the real stuff. Like, you can't. She wasn't even punished for beating the crap out of Mia, and I hate Mia. Everybody hates Mia, but it was unrealistic how they just forgot about it as soon as she saved Lissa. She still needed to be punished. But then again, the book ended really quickly. Like, it ended like really after that. So maybe it'll be explained more in the sequel, or later on in the series she'll get more and more punished. But she needs to learn her lesson that she can't. Also, that she can't just go chasing after her teachers. She has to learn that we can't do that because society, and also it's kind of creepy. I love the ending. Also, although I thought it was a little cut short, I loved how they concluded everything, and I loved how Victor was captured. There are too many books out there that they drag on the same villain. Beautiful creatures, the villain gets tiring. Like, I want more villains, and Victor. I mean, bless his heart, but he could really, really be stretched out too far if the author decided to, but she didn't, and I'm excited to see what villain comes next. And I hope it's not, oh, Victor escaped, because then I'll be kind of disappointed. But I want more interesting villains. The show me do not disappoint, or you can disappoint. You already wrote the book like 4 years ago, but try not to. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Vampire Academy by Rochelle Mead. Overall, I'll give it A minus. I'll give it an A minus because I hear that the series gets better, and I will be reading the entire series unless Frostbite terribly disappoints me, which I do not expect. So yeah, I have high expectations for the sequel. Hopefully, it'll be a little good. Not as high expectations as you might think, because the book wasn't perfect, and the sequel is never good. It's never as good as the first one, unless it's like, I don't know, unless it's a miracle. Let's go with that. So thank you for watching my first video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you liked what you saw, please subscribe. I think it's down there, but then again, you could be watching it in the future, and it could be like right there, up there, over there, and over there. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time after I finish a book, or my introduction video, or bookshelf, or a book haul after Christmas. Oh my god, I just have so many ideas. Bye.